Imagine you could temporarily erase everything you know. Chairs, stars, atoms, space, time. What would remain? Most people say nothing. But today I want to propose a different idea. That what remains is not nothing, but something you don't see as an object. I call it the zero field. And the easiest way to understand it isn't through uncomplicated words, but through something ordinary. Rhythm. Think about music. Music is notes, voices, instruments, but music also needs something else. Timekeeping, a beat, a measure, a tempo. That beat isn't a chair in the room. You can't bump into it. But without it, everything falls apart. The zero field is like that. Not a substance in space, not an ether, not a cloud you move through, but a deeper layer. The possibility that things can have rhythm. And that rhythm can align. So, if you want one sentence, the zero field is the silent beat of reality. The old idea of an ether was a hidden medium in space, like air for sound. But if such a medium existed, you should be able to measure a kind of wind as you move through it. That's not what experiments show. What I mean by the zero field is not a medium that light travels through. It is not something inside space. It's closer to this. The rules of alignment that make space, time and matter meaningful in the first place. Like the beat in music, not inside the room, but necessary for the pattern. Here's a simple picture. Imagine a stadium, 10,000 people, and then this happens. One person suddenly stands up, just one person. But that single action is enough to start something, a wave. The neighbors see it and stand up too. Then the next row, then the next section. And suddenly a wave rolls through the stadium, to the entire stadium. Here's the point. You see a shape moving, a pattern traveling. But no object is traveling through the stadium. Everyone stays where they are. Only timing and participation spread. So what you're really seeing is a pattern made out of alignment. And that's exactly the intuition behind the zero field. The zero field is the possibility that such a pattern can exist. That timing and alignment can become real, without being a physical object you can hold. Another everyday example. Noise-cancelling headphones don't create silence by being stronger. They create silence by producing the exact opposite sound. And then something strange and beautiful happens. Two sounds together produce zero. That zero is not emptiness. That zero is a result, a perfect balance. So zero can also mean not absence, but a precise cancellation. Not nothingness, but exact alignment. And that fits the zero field. Not nothing, but a condition where things can perfectly match or perfectly cancel. Now, one moment of math, but I'll keep it human. There's a famous identity. You don't have to master it. You only have to notice the vibe. This single line connects growth, E, the circle, pi, and something strange, I. That I is used to describe rotation and waves elegantly. In other words, math has a built-in symbol that says, here is rotation, Here is rhythm. And what's fascinating, when the rotation completes perfectly, it lands exactly on zero. As if zero isn't the end, but the place where a cycle closes cleanly. In plain language, the mathematics we use for waves seems to treat rotation and rhythm as more fundamental than solid things. And that is precisely the intuition of the zero field. I'll say it in three sentences. One, reality isn't only things, but also alignment. Two, alignment means rhythms that fit, timing that matches. Three, the zero field is the silent foundation that makes alignment possible. Or even simpler, the zero field is the background that allows rhythm to exist. It gives us something Einstein loved, a simple picture. A lot of physics feels complicated because we try to imagine everything as tiny balls in space. But once you think in rhythm and alignment, many things become more intuitive. Interference, patterns from timing. Stability, places where rhythm locks in. Change, when alignment breaks or shifts. To be clear, this is still an interpretation, not a final proven endpoint. But it's a map. And a good map helps you navigate the same landscape more calmly. Let me end with a final image. Silence in a concert hall isn't nothing. It's a tense, organized space in which music can begin. That's how I see the zero field. Not emptiness, not the ether, but the silent order that allows rhythm, form, physical reality to appear at all.